Hi, good evening. Here we are. Can you, I hope you can hear me okay, and I hope you can see me okay. Let me know if you can see me in the chat. I think I can see myself on the live stream, so that's good, that's working. I see lots of eyes in the chat, that's nice. I see some more eyes from Romanov. I can't call you Ali, it's weird, because I can't do that anymore. Sorry, not gonna call you Ali anymore. How are you? It's been such a busy day. What a busy day. Jilly the Weed's here as well. We were just watching you. This is the famous Jilly the Weed, everybody, who we've literally just watched. We did a group chat watch party thing for the Discovery Channel Help My House is Haunted. So you're now a celebrity. So you can ask questions in the chat if you want to ask Jilly the Weed any questions about the haunted house. Meeting. What does this mean? Meeting? Can you hear that parrot? Tallulah's going crazy. Mama Erk, there you go. There you Ghosty, ghosty, ghosty. There we go. Nice black canvas. Thanks, Lou. Thanks for that. Logan! Yeah, it's Logan. So, we made a bit of a last minute. I say we, the royal we, as in there was some help from others. Thanks, marketing. I decided to do a black canvas. I've been seeing a lot of sunsets in Discord, and I've taken a lot of inspiration from a lot of different sunsets, and I've decided to do a sunset tonight on a black canvas. Now, I've not pre-done the paint on this one, so all I've done is I've done a black acrylic, which I'll talk about in a moment. But I've done a black acrylic, and I've covered it in what they call liquid clear. Now, liquid clear is, what are the ingredients to this? It's like a base coat, and it's like a not like a terps type of thing, but it's like it makes the canvas very slick. It's got some very specific ingredients. Some of them I can't pronounce, but it makes the canvas very slick. That's what it looks like. It's like a gel. That's the stuff underneath, what it's called, and it's a transparent thing. Northern Lights is next week, okie dokie. Literally, it's next week, because I need to do something very specific for that I've not had time for tonight, because it's been just crazy today. So we are going to do the Northern Lights next week. It's going to happen. So Northern Lights next week, sunset today, just to get into the idea of paint blending and stuff, which I'll need to do. And so that's what we're going to do. Anyway, let me go over to the canvas, and I'm going to show you what we've done, and then we'll see what we've got over there. Join me at the canvas. There is our canvas. Now, that canvas, yes, for real, okie dokie, I'm going to do the Northern Lights next week. Next Thursday, Northern Lights. It's already booked in. It's happening. I'm by. Well, listen, you might have some competition, because I know June wants a Northern Lights as well. So there's a few people want some Northern Lights. Ghosts are real. Yeah, they are. And you know, we call them ghosts, and we call them these names that then get swept up in mythology. But it's just a way of explaining this energy of the next dimension, I guess. There's loads of dimensions we can't even experience. But anyway, I digress. Let me show you what I've got on the palette today. I've got this on the palette today. So this is my palette. I've got a load of white. I've got some Prussian blue there, some phthalo blue there, some midnight black, cadmium yellow, Indian yellow. That is some crimson. And that is some bright red. Now, what I want to do, before that spills everywhere, what I want to do is put some of the colour, most of this is transparent colour. I'm going to put some of the transparent colour onto the canvas. You're probably not going to see it because it's transparent. So I'm going to go close up, and I want to show you what this looks like properly close up. I'm going to use the same brush that I did the liquid clear with. Actually, no, I'm going to use I'll use this one. So I'm going to use this brush. This is a 1-inch brush. And I'm going to put some colour on it. And I'm just going to kind of, I don't really know. I'm just going to guess. I think I might start with some blues at the top. Blues up the top. And then going to work it down into some crimson. And then maybe some reds. And then maybe some yellows. To get that idea of a sunset. But the colour is going to be very, very transparent, so you're probably not going to see it just yet until I go in with the white paint, and then it's gonna really, you know, it's gonna bump out at you. It's going to be amazing. I hope. Right, I lived under it. I have cravings. Oh, you lived under the Northern Lights. Nice. Right, so let's go over to the canvas, and I'm going to start with some blues. I'm going to start with some Prussian blue to start with. And some phthalo blue mixed together. So Prussian and phthalo blue. And I'm going to go over to the canvas. And we're going to start working in some of this colour. You are not going to see this properly until we do the white paint on top. Now this needs to be a nice even coat. You can kind of see the blue a little bit, I think. I'm doing little crisscrosses just to give it some coverage, as long as it's quite thin. You need it quite thin. Little X's like this. There we go. And if the X's go upwards a little bit, that doesn't matter because it gives you a nice perspective. I think I'm going to make this into a... I've just made a decision. I'm going to make this into a perspective painting. I'm going to make this so that the clouds swoosh outwards. Maybe a little bit more blue in that center part there. So now we've done this part, I'm now going to go in with some of the crimson. Do some crimson here, and I'm going to blend it into the blue. Now I've done paintings with this liquid clear before, and I've put the painting on before we've started chatting, just because some people are like, well, I can't really see what's going on. But I wanted you to see just how this works, you know, proper behind the scenes prep for the painting. Blending those two colours together. I can just about see them. So I'm looking into the light. I'm trying to see the shadow of the light on the canvas. I'm trying to see where it's already been. You know when you know when you do like a top coat, and you can't see quite where you've been. You kind of have to look into the light to see where it is. Right, that's cool. I'm now going to do some bright red mixed in with the crimson. Now the red is less transparent. You'll see the red a little bit more. Again, I'm going to blend that in. Going up at the sides. A little bit more of the red here. And then, here we are, check this out. So now we're going to get some Indian yellow. Indian yellow, very, very strong colour. I'm going to mix it in with that red colour. And go all the way down the canvas. Eventually, I guess we'll end up with a sunset somehow. Okay. So that's how you prep a painting. That was very, very quick. But that's the idea of prepping the painting. Erc, give me a number 1 to 6 at 5. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the canvas slightly so that it doesn't reflect quite as much. Move this with my feet. Move that back a little bit because I don't want that reflection too much. There we go. That's a little bit better, yeah? Right, let's look at that from a distance. So that's what it looks like currently. That's literally just, it still kind of looks like a black canvas. Kind of looks like a black canvas. But secretly it's not, because we've got colour on the canvas, but because it's a transparent colour, you can't see it very well. It reacts with white paint. So as soon as you put the white paint on, you'll start to see some of the colour mixing through. So let's go close up again, and let's start putting some of that white paint on. Is it my Wi-Fi or is it very pixelated? I don't know. How's everybody doing? Would you like me to come back to the welcome screen? Are we seeing any pixelation, everybody? Tell me, everybody in the chat, let me know if you're pixely. It says I've got 5,000 kilobytes per second, 60 frames per second, 12% CPU, everything else seems okay. Let me know if anybody else is struggling. I wonder if you could drop the res okie dokie down to 720, perhaps. That might help from your end. Maybe. Mine's clear as a bell. Nice. Excellent. Right, so we've got summer okay. I'm not pixely either. Danny Bad's nice. Okay, well I'm sorry if you are pixely. If you are a bit pixely, then this is not good. This is not good. It's on 720. My goodness. Okie dokie. What is you today? It's very difficult. I'm good on my end, so that's the bottom end, and everybody else should be good. Yeah, okie dokie's struggling today. we need a meeting soon. Right, I'm just trying to pick what to use here. I'm going to use a fan brush. This is an old fan brush, and it's my #1 fan. Yay! And I'm going to go over here with some white paint, and I'm just going to try putting those cloudy feelings on. I'm going to try and do some clouds, and then down here I'm going to do like a silhouette of maybe a tree or something. I think my brain has left the building. You don't need a brain for this. You just need to chill and be relaxed, and you know, it's going to be fine. It's going to be okay. I'm just refreshing the actual Patreon page just in case anybody's commenting on there. But most of you are in here, so that's cool. Yeah, you're all in here. That's nice. Right, okay, let's go straight ahead, and we're going to go straight in with the white paint, and we're going to see what happens. I've not done one of these styles for a long time. Bianca! Why are you Bianca today? Have you changed your name? Everybody's here. Right, I'm going in with the white paint. I'm a little bit scared actually. So with the fan brush, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it like this. Let me show you. Bring the canvas over, bring the palette over here. Just going to drag some white paint on both sides. Loads of paint on there. Loads of paint. Oh, with the tree. I wonder where that idea came from. So let's see. Now, as I put the paint on, you're going to notice it starts to become a colour. As I go further down, it starts to pick up the other colours. The basic idea is going to be kind of like this, I think. Come down, maybe like that. That's going to be the idea. You can be pretty free and easy with this. Remember, we will blend this in a moment. Just getting the basic idea, the basic shape for our clouds. It's a full house tonight, it really is. I love it. Right, let's go into some more white paint. Again, following that contour. Shape like this. Now you can do this painting. I'm not even kidding. Anyone can do this. Anyone can do this painting. It's just about looking at the shapes and, you know, figuring out, you know, what happens in the sky. This is almost like a fisheye lens, you know? It's going round like a fisheye. A bit more paint. And now we're getting into the yellows. Yellows incoming. Starting to flatten out a little bit now, because this is going to be on the horizon. And this is the initial colour. This is going to change because we're going to blend it. As I say, this has been inspired by a few paintings I've seen on Discord. Most of the ones you posted were the inspiration for these clouds. So I'm gonna just wash that brush. Just washing it in some odorless thinner so I don't pass out. Wiping off the excess on a paper towel. Just a bit of kitchen roll. Good enough for that. That is a very lovely rainbow. It's a rainbow of colours. Countdown to my flight. Saturday at 1600, really? Ooh. Oh wait, where are you flying to again? Have we talked about this already? So now we're going to go in and blend. We're going to do some blending. Now for the blending, I'm going to use a huge 2-inch brush. Massive, right? I haven't shown you the picture because there's about 4 pictures that have inspired this. One was Romanoff's, one was Lou's, one was Foxy's, one was my own. And it's a bit of a mix. And actually the perspective on this one is my own idea, to have it almost like a fisheye idea, to give it really, so it's really tumultuous clouds. So I'm going to go up here now, I'm going to do some blending. And it's a very, very light touch for blending. Here it's sweeping across the canvas, yeah? And the idea of doing the blend is just to take out some of the brush strokes. If you take out some of those brush strokes, it looks a lot better. Show them all. Yeah, I will show you them. Yes, I will. A lot of people buy paintings for colour rather than design or content, because colour is important. If you're going to put this in your room, it needs to be, you know, a nice colour. It needs to be matching. So you could argue, maybe you could say, well, that's it. You know, you just finish there. Or you can put some more details on, depending on what you're looking for, you know. It works really nice with the black. I think so. I really do like. I used to be really scared of doing anything on a black canvas because it's quite a brave thing to do. But I think it works really well on a black canvas because it just pops, doesn't it? It just sort of pops out. Thunderstorm meets sunrise. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it kind of is, isn't it? Now, if I did this for the entire night, this sky would eventually disappear. So you have to have sort of a cut-off point where you say, actually, I'm not going to do any more. And that's about it. I think I'm going to stop right there for the underpainting. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to try and do some kind of lavendery clouds to kind of pop through. The colors really pop. I know that sounds stupid, but I don't know. Yeah, no, they do pop. They do pop. You're right. That's exactly how I would explain it. Let me. I'm covered in paint already. It always gets so messy when I'm doing this. Let's zoom out. So that's what it looks like zoomed out right now. And the beauty of these paintings is you can let your eye deceive you, and you can start to make out all sorts of interesting stuff, and you can decide where you think the sun is. I've not even put a sun in yet, but I figured the sun's around about here. That's where I sort of see the sun, but I never intended that. It just happened. So you just kind of go with the flow. Hey Jason, good to see you, Jason. Yeah, I want it to be fairly peaceful, but also a little bit moody as well. A little bit moody. So let's zoom in, and what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to get some white paint, and I might try and build a cloud. I'm going to build a cloud that we can blend out. Let's try one over here. Again, this is a bit of an experiment, so I'm not sure where we're going to go with this, but let's just try and see. I'm going to do a cloud that kind of comes down here, I think. So I'm going to start with some white. I'm going to come down just like that, letting the brush dance. Another one there, and I want that one to kind of go into the dark, but there's contrast. And there. And we're going to blend these out, so don't panic. Basic shapes. I'm doing this with my eyes squinted, you know, trying to get an idea of where the clouds might live. Okay. So now I'm going to go in and get a clean brush. I'm going to wash the brush, odorless thinner again. Keep it clean. cleaning the brush. Right, and with the clean edge of the brush, do those little circles that we do, that we've got used to doing now. But I'm going to try really hard not to disturb the top edge of these clouds. And I'm going to blend them pretty ferociously at the bottom here, so that they really blend in to the background like that. Ah, there we go. And all I'm doing is little circles. Little circles. I'm just touching that, this kind of, look where that ink is, look. See where the paint is, look, just on that corner. There's nothing touching in the middle, just those hairs at the end. Clockwise. If you want to blend, I mean, there's 1,000 ways to blend, but I do it clockwise. Little clockwise circles. Beat it harder. Well, we've got some lag. That's okay. Nice. So here as well. Beat that brush. What I'm doing here is I'm on this part of the brush, look, so on this edge, just these bristles here, so literally those bristles there, that edge, just a couple of hairs width, and what I'm doing is I'm just brushing upwards. I have the rudest chat in the history of Patreon. It's amazing. Right, let's go. Let's go up here and do this one. I need to probably just move the camera slightly so you can see those top ones. Yeah, I do. Let's go up here. There we are. Move the camera up there so you can see that a little bit more clear. Ah, I like the clouds. Yeah. Love doing clouds. Clouds have been the most popular thing. Everybody who says they want me to do a painting always says, I want a moody sky, I want some clouds, I want a sunset, a sunrise, some stars, whatever. So we have to listen to our audience. But I love doing them anyway. So. Now guess what? When I go over this side, I'm doing it anti-clockwise. I'm making sure the gradient goes from the very, very hard edge of the cloud and blending as far down as I can. Can you draw Megatron fighting a dinosaur unicorn next time? Probably yes. If Danny, if you'd like to, if you want to buy a painting that involves those characters, I'm sure we could make that work somehow. Megatron is trash. Voltron is better. So long as I get to steal my murder beach, all is good. Yeah, exactly. That painting has become a bit of a premium sought after painting now. I don't know what I'm going to do about that. You know, Alan wants it as well. Iron Man can take them both. Yeah, I think you're right. Okay. Second layer. Now it's going to start getting really interesting because we're starting to get into those reds and pinks. You get this kind of lavender, almost like a grey, lavender, pinky kind of colour. Again, dry the brush a little bit. The cloud monster. Love it. I love doing clouds. Now you can go further than this if you want to really blend the clouds a lot. You can use this. I don't use this a lot. This is a blender brush. So this is the 2-inch brush and this is a blender brush. It's very similar in size, but this is fluffy. You can barely feel that. That's like touching, I don't know, you can barely feel it. It's like so soft. And what you do is you can, look at that, barely touch. Across the painting, makes it so soft. Now, you might not notice that too much on the camera, but that makes it makes a big difference on up close. Super, super soft. Okay. Nice. Auction. Yes, we probably will do an auction for the originals. That's probably going to happen. They're probably going to go on eBay. The prints are going to be on Etsy, and the real ones are going to go on eBay. But you're going to get first chance if you want one. You're going to get first chance. So, and then that'll open up to the rest of the world. Alan gets nothing. I will physically fight. Physically fight him. Fight him in front of so he can paint it. I imagine a dramatic chariot filled with angelic figures bursting through the clouds. Whoa! You have the light. You heard it. You heard it. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a bit more white on the canvas now. Clean that brush. You do not want a dirty brush for this. You really don't. It's worth just taking a few moments to clean the brush each time. And we're going to do some real dramatic stuff down here at the sunset. Hopefully. let's take a bit more white on the brush, and let's do another layer. So we're going to do this in layers, okay? Do another layer here. Dance the brush around. And actually, if you want to try this, I'm not even kidding. Just do this. Look, just blup, 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 blup. Anyway, it doesn't matter, because when you blend it, that top edge will become the important bit. You can so do this. Anyone can do this. All right, now we go back to some blending. Actually, while we build that cloud, we can actually do another layer while we're here. Look, hey, Fred's here. Fred's here. Yes. So let's do another layer on this cloud itself, just here. Just there. Off into the horizon. Very, very subtle. And let's blend that one. Hey, Fred. Okay. There we go. You can really take your time with this. Obviously, I'm working a lot faster than I would do if I was maybe just on my own. Because we're on a live stream, I do it a little bit quicker, just to show you the techniques. So let's zoom out. Let's see what we've got so far. There we are. So again, this one's got kind of a fisheye feel to it. So the perspective is coming at us from both ways, with the middle ground going off into the distance. That's the sort of the intention. Let's go back in. So do we want to beat the brush a little bit? Let's beat the brush, or as Queenie said, beat the bush. Wait, where did you see that? Oh my god, I can see the squirrel. I can see the squirrel. I don't believe it. We've painted a squirrel. Do you want to beat the squirrel as well? No, I don't want to kill the squirrel, but we're going to have to. We have to blend him in. Hey, blue diamond! Beat that brush. Queen Bee says, beat the bush. I'm beating the brush. Okay. Anti-clockwise. Gentle, gentle. You have to be so soft with this, otherwise it will go away. The cloud will disappear. Wow. So do we all have like, do we have teas and coffees and stuff? I'm leaving that squirrel there. I'm leaving his head there. We're leaving the squirrel in. He's got a bushy tail and his little head's there. We're going to keep that. We're going to keep the squirrel. Now we're getting somewhere. Must be nuts. Have I told you about the 3 squirrels that are in Jilly the Weed's garden? Let me tell you about them. So, my nephew Noah, he wanted to name the squirrels. So, there were 3 squirrels. The first one he called Malcolm. Malcolm the squirrel. The second squirrel is called Malcolm. And the and the third squirrel is called Malcolm. So when I go to my mum's house, I say, "Oh look, there's a squirrel out there." She says, "Yeah, that's Malcolm." Oh dear. Okay. Now there's a couple of brush strokes in here which I'm very gently going to eliminate. Super gently. We're good to go. It's your world, and I'm just a squirrel trying to get a nut to move your butt. The Malcolms have been causing havoc in the garden, have they? Oh no. Look, the squirrel is still there. There's his bushy tail. That's his face, and he's eating this. I don't know what this is, but he's eating this thing. And that's his bushy tail, and that's his little ear, and that's his face. The squirrel can remain. That's okay. So should we do one more layer of clouds, and then we're going to put the sunshine in. Okay, let's go. Do you know what? That's it. Just a bit of ink, bit of paint, and then we're going to go in blend it. Now this is not clockwise, this is just across, because we're not getting any depth to these clouds because they're very distant. The idea anyway. Again, wipe the brush very lightly. Come across the canvas like this so that it gets rid of the brush marks. There you go. Right, how are we looking so far? I think we've gone really quickly today. We've done this really quickly. But I quite like it. That looks quite dramatic, doesn't it? Very dramatic. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the horizon down ever so slightly. And then I'm going to put a few little hills. Very, very subtle. I'm not doing no mountains or anything like that. And then just a few little hills in the distance. And then we're going to go ahead and do a little tree. What's the theme? God's showing off. Yeah, yeah. God's like, look at the clouds I can make. Look what I can do. Boop. What's going to be at the bottom? We're going to keep it black at the bottom, and we are going to we're going to go from there. We're going to make some black silhouettes. Right, I'm actually going into some yellow now. Some yellow and white. And I'm going to just lower this horizon ever so slightly. All the way across. It's yellow and white. Giving it another layer. Like, oh, where's my horizon gone, man? All the way across. Because it wasn't level. Then I get the big brush and I'm going to blend that out. There we are. Nice and level now. Now I've got a level playing field to work from. I look at that from a distance. Yeah, so that's better. So I need to put a sunshine in. I might do the sunshine. I still think the sun's going to live here. Maybe the sun's changing. Maybe it's going over here now. No, I think I'm going to stick to it here. No sacrifices here. A beach and two people lying on it looking at the sky. Aww. Or a beach would be nice actually, wouldn't it? But I've done it at black. That would be very difficult to do on here. But I think I quite like that idea of a design with trees looking. Do you know what? I might put a star, one star up there. In the sky that is, if this is a sunrise or a sunset, there's going to be a tiny star up there perhaps. Maybe a couple of stars just to show that it's really early or really late, depending on what you feel it is. I think what I'm going to do to make the sun work very well, make it in the middle of the sun, yeah? Yeah, right in the middle there, yeah, okay. So I'm going to get some Indian yellow and some cadmium yellow, and I'm going to do like a really, really strong area here of yellow. Let me zoom in so you can see that. Just because you can't see the sacrifices doesn't mean they aren't happening. Stars would look amazing. Well then, that's what I'm going to do. Tiny bit of bright red. white. Blend that out. It's that time between dreams and reality. Yeah. Okay. Okay. We're going to try and do a sunshine now. And we're going to use, we'll put the sun around about here. No worries, Blue Diamond. I'm so pleased you're here. We need our meeting soon, don't we? About stuff. We will do that soon, I promise. Now, because the canvas has been primed, you can obviously still see the canvas under there. So what I really want to do is put some paint on here, even though it's going to be very dark. Yeah, I have 4 meetings I need to have. I need a meeting with Lou about marketing. I need a meeting with Logan about admin. I need a meeting with Okie Dokie about Twitch. I need a meeting with Blue Diamond about our alliance. Any other meetings while I'm here? Does anybody else want to jump in and grab a meeting? We could do that. Okay. Let's do you like the sun like that, or should I soften it a little bit? Do you think the sun's okay? Let's have a crowd decision here. The sun's very striking, isn't it? Need a booking system. Yes. A drinking meeting. Yeah. We would need one of those as well. We could have a drinking meeting, yes. Well, talking about drinking, I must have some drink. Wait there. I've not had any drink. Soft, right? I'm going to do it soft. So to do it soft, what we have to do something very brave. Really brave. The bravest thing you can do. If it goes wrong, you have to do it again. But we're going to do it anyway. So what you do with this is you get the biggest palette knife you can find. I'm not going blind, but I have lost myself in this. Oh, nice. So I'm going to go with this massive palette knife, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly across to get some paint off of the canvas. Done it. Job done. Wow. That was brave. That was like a pitching wedge. And the good news is, if you ever did that and you felt, I don't know, I like the sun as it was, you put it back again. You just get your finger, you put it back. Penguin! Penguin, penguin, penguin. Lovely to see you. And again, a little bit of a brush stroke there, so I'm going to just very softly. Okay. Perfect sun. There we are. I have an issue. Oh no. Oh no. Okie dokie. Are you Okie dokies overtired today? What's going on? Let's look from a distance. Okay, there we are. The sun is there. Tell me about your sun issue. You had the sound muted, did you? Well, welcome back. I'm about to do a tree. It's an issue day. This is about your 8th issue today. Come on. I thought you was overtired. I can tell you were like scatterbrain. It's okay though. I'm going to use this. So Jason, if Jason's in the chat, Jason will recognize this brush. Jason very kindly sent me this brush. It's too round. How can it be too round? Oh, I see. No, that's because it's on an angle. That's going to change in a moment. You're not going to see that. I understand what you're saying though. I do see that. Let's get some black on the brush. I'm going to go in with some black, some crimson, some red, and I'm literally going to paint on some paint like this. Oh wow, if you could see this in real life, that is a really, oh, you can't even see that on the camera. That's such a rich color. That's like a rich color, but you can't see that, so that's okay. So I'm going to go and get a filbert brush to make the horizon nice and crisp. It's going to go in like this. Oh, that's a really crisp line. You don't want it dead flat, you see, you want like a little bit of a hill there, maybe. There. Nice. You see that's a more crisper edge than it was before. And I'm using pure midnight black and a little bit of crimson and a little bit of bright red. I go over this side, the same. Penguin did an announcement in his state chat, his multi-state chat, and we ended up with about 500 people in the chat, which was a bit crazy. We nearly crashed the server actually. A very, very simple foreground. It's really tempting when you do a painting like this to do a bunch of stuff in the foreground, and often it detracts from the background. So it's best to let your eye make the decisions. So as the viewer, you look at this and you say, "Oh, I wonder what this is in the foreground. What is going on here?" You know, and let your imagination kind of decide what these lumps and bumps are. Is it a hill? Is it a valley? Is it a river? You just don't know because it's so dark. And there will be some stars, remember. So I'm going to take this liner brush. This is a script liner brush. This one, the one Jason sent me. There you are. That's what Jason sent me. So I'm going to use that I'm going to put a bit of paint thinner. I'm going to go into the midnight black, and we're going to attempt to draw a tree. So you're going to take my seat over here for this one. I'm putting a tree here. This brush is, you could really sit here for hours and hours and hours, putting loads of detail on this little tree trunk with these sorts of brushes. They're really quite amazing. Now you have to be very careful when you draw a tree, because you have to kind of make it a little bit authentic. You have to think like a tree. Like, where would a tree try to find the light, you know? If you was a tree, where's the sun? Where's the sky? Where's the light? Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Can you guess the wood type? Yeah. So I imagine this tree, so say I want to make the tree bigger, so these branches that I've done, maybe I then start to extend these branches. That becomes a bit bigger. Maybe it splits off to several. Can I be in the tree? Yeah, you can be in the tree. Yeah, it's going to be a dead tree. I'm using the bottom of the canvas to sharpen the brush. Look, I'm using this as my, almost as if this is my palette. Lots of tiny detail. The sun still rises after the apocalypse. Hell yeah. Sure does. Now, I need to get right up close and personal. Now we're getting somewhere. Now, I don't want to overwork the tree. You could do. You could spend hours on that tree, just giving it each little branch. I think it's a dead tree. I think it's going to be a dead tree today. Maybe it's just a tree on its own. I don't think it even needs a friend. I think it just needs to be on its own. Let me zoom out, because I'm starting to wonder, we might need to be done with this, you know. I wonder whether we should keep this really simple. Keep that foreground really simple. Put some texture on there. When you see this in real life, you'll understand this texture at the front, which I wanna put on so that it's real nice, close. And again, your imagination can decide what it is at the front. Stop looking for a second to see your progress. Thank you, Blue Diamond. Let's look at this from a distance. I think we are, I don't know how to say it, but I feel like we're nearly done. Boop. Oh, wow. That is the proper sunset, that is. That's made so many shadows at the front. And one little tree on its own. So many words could be written about this. What do you reckon? I think I'm going to sign this. I think that's it. Make sure there's no brush strokes on this bottom part. I want that to be fully in shadow. Tiny bit more ink on this side. There we go. In previous times, I think my fear was, I need to do more detail in the foreground. But I think by putting detail in the foreground, it's like having a photo when you turn the brightness down or the brightness up and the contrast down. You lose the contrast. So I think I'm going to leave that right now. I'm going to leave it right alone. And we are, I think we're finished. Thank you for joining me today. We've had so many people come to this stream today. The Diamond Erclings are growing week in, week out. We have new people joining. We have a lot of chat going on. The Discord's popping. It's amazing. I love it. And it's spawning so many other Discords as well and so many other communities. And we're all friends and we all help each other out. And we've got some actual celebrities in here all hanging out together. We've got Okie Dokie, proper streamer now. He has her own thing going on. We've got Fred Nemo, Supremo Fred Nemo, Jilly the Weed, my mum, the infamous Jilly the Weed now. Look at Penguin, Jason, Blue Diamond, Queen Bee. So good, aren't you? Danny Bads, Foxy. And of course Lou. And where's that Romanoff gone? I know Maya was in here earlier as well. I'm not sure if Maya's still here, but I'll mention Maya as well. Yeah, do it, Penguin. Do it. Listen, I'm going to leave that with you. There you are, Romanoff. Did you fall asleep again? Please tell me you fell asleep. I love it when you just doze off to the paintings. I'm actually still awake. Really? Well, look, the painting's done now. The lonely tree, sunset or sunrise, it's up to you. I called it sunset, but it could be sunrise, it's up to you. But we did miss one thing out, didn't we, folks? What did we miss out? We missed out the star. And I'm going to put the star in right now. I'm going to put the star in. Spend a bit of time cleaning this brush. And we're going to go ahead and get some paint thinner, and we're going to go into the white mixture that I have. What I'm doing in the background here is I'm just practicing on my palette. Good to go. Stop. Right up here. Stop. I think we're done. That's it. 3 stars. Job done. Now I'm going to quickly run away before we ruin it. That's okay, Penguin. Most people fall asleep in this stream. That's the kind of the point of it, really. You just have a nice rest. Okay, I'm going to leave now. Thank you for joining. I hope you like the painting. I will, of course, be posting a proper photo of this up on Patreon and in our group chat. However far apart we are, we can all look at the same sun and stars and feel we are not alone. Wow! That's amazing. Ta-da! Thanks, everyone. And there we are. There it is in the distance. Lots of contrast. Proper sunset. The sun looks really yellow, but it's actually just white with the yellow surround, as you saw. I think we're done. So join me next week. It's gonna be the Northern Lights. It's gonna happen. I'll leave you with the painting, and I'll see you over on Discord in our chats. And thanks for being here. Thank you for your support. Thank you for everything, making this possible. And I'll see you next week. Anyway, I'll leave you with it. Bye for now.